welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It is your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my co-host, Miss Morningstar, and we are from Our Plugs, the Community Connection. It is good to see everybody or hear everybody. It's good to be heard, actually. I want to say good morning to Holly Springs, Mississippi, as well as Memphis, Tennessee. Today's going to be a good day. Today is Wednesday. We are almost to the weekend, and I am happy to say that after today, I am on vacation until December. Ooh, a well-deserved vacation. I'm so happy. I didn't have to take any FMLA. I'm just taking some PTO. Feels good. Anyhow, welcome to the show. We are about to get started. Before we do, with every show, we start with a reminder to drink your 16 ounces of water and also to take your morning medication. This is your reminder. There's no excuses. Go ahead and get that done because it's important. Take your medicine, drink your water, and come on in, get you something good to drink. I have me some coffee, and it's going to be a great show. I also want to say good evening to our folks listening in on the pre-recorded show on TikTok, on Facebook, and Instagram. And thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate you being in the building, so to speak, and love your commentary and absolutely love your support. So thank you so much for being here. That being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Morningstar. Mrs. Morningstar starts us with our morning morning motivation from her positive affirmations. That is a mouthful. Anywho, from the affirmation queen, Mrs. Morningstar. Thank you so much. Miss Morningstar, good morning. Come on off mute, honey. How are you?
Hey, happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy hump day. Welcome in. Good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Today's my Friday.
I heard you. It's your turn to brag because I had all them days off, so I get it. Hey,
Hey,
enjoy. As some of us will be still uh answering emails and typing up memos and all that
I
goofy
love
stuff.
you for that. I
But
love you.
anyway, I mean, long as that check deposit on time,
Hello.
I ain't gonna complain. Anywho, welcome everybody. We are going to start our day off right. This is morning affirmations time. Today's quotes and affirmations are for a successful day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Often our focus is on the power of having a positive mindset, hard work, and taking action. Key themes including starting the day with positive thoughts, create your own opportunities, and remembering that success success comes from repeating small efforts.
Sure does.
So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into some of these uh, little small affirmations. Success is the sum of small efforts. Repeat day in and day out. That's by Robert Collier. Success means doing the best we can with what we have. Success the is the doing, not the getting. In the trying, not the triumph. Success is personal standards reaching for the highest that is in us, becoming all that we can be.
I like that.
That's Zig Ziglar.
Zig Ziglar.
Yes. Don't spend time on beating a wall, hoping to transform it into a door.
Mm,
Coco Chanel. Okay,
I like that.
I do too. Success means having the courage and the determination and the will to become the person you believe you were meant to be. George Sheehan. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. It is not about how much you do, but how much love you put into what you do.
Mm,
That's what counts.
it really is.
It is. Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa, of course.
Success means we go to sleep at night knowing that our talents and abilities were used in a way that served others. I do that every night.
Me too.
Marianne Williamson. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, you then start thinking of yourself as successful. Joyce Brothers. I like that. That's true. You got to claim it. You
It
got to
really
claim
is.
it in advance. If you want to achieve success, then don't doubt your dreams.
Yeah,
That's simple. Ryan Souza. Without continual growth and progress, such words such as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. Benjamin Franklin.
so true.
There are no secrets of success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure.
Absolutely. That is so true.
That's an unknown author, but that is so true.
It really is.
Because people don't understand that. Some people think, you start a business or you
And it just
start
pop.
something and it just go. It don't happen overnight.
No. It takes years
Yes,
for
it
a
does.
business to grow and go. It really does. Unless you're out here, never mind. My mind went somewhere else. Unless you're out here
You
doing
definitely don't invest. Okay, let me be quiet. Um, who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today.
facts.
Success is the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful. Period. Albert Schwartz.
I like that one.
And let's see, we got a few more, y'all. Just a few more. I never dreamed of success. I worked for it.
We
Period.
all did. Yes, you have to work for it. It's not going to just come because,
You
oh,
have to work hard,
uh,
y'all.
Martin Luther King had a dream, but he also had to work for it.
He
Okay.
had to work for it. He used his body for it.
I
Okay,
mean,
for real.
Serena Williams' dream, they had to work for it.
They
You
worked.
got that.
Everybody who got those dreams accomplished worked hard.
Absolutely.
Work hard in silence. Let your success make noise. What?
Yeah, I'm digging that one.
Failure is success in progress. Period.
Yeah.
And the last one, y'all, success is science. If you have condition, you get success.
Hmm.
Okay.
I like the
And,
one that was about preparation because you have to
uh,
prepare.
yeah.
You can't just wake up and say one day, "Oh, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to start this business." And those are dreams. You got to put some work into it. And
Patience. Patience, people.
patience.
Patience is virtue. Patience is everything. It will come in time. I know we all go through I just need it. I want it. I need that
Mhm.
money. I got to get it. But
It
you
takes
got,
time.
you got to keep at it. Don't give up.
I mean,
Now's not the
I
time.
heard years ago, the quicker you get it, the quicker you lose it. If you come in and it's quick, fast, easy money, it's going to come in and go out quick and fast
Hmm.
and easy. But if
Yeah.
you work for it
Right.
and you dedicate yourself, it's going to stick around because it's called longevity. And that's what businesses need. They don't need that quick, fast, in a hurry type money.
Nice and slow, y'all. Nice and easy.
Yes, as long as you're paying the bills, and eventually you will see your business grow. You just got to take it day by day and put in the hard work. They say that, oh, become an entrepreneur, it's going to be easy. Who told you that? I've never worked as hard as I do when I work on my own businesses. Oh, that's work.
It, it
It
is
is.
definitely work.
Thank you so much, Mrs.
You're
Morningstar.
welcome.
Morning positive affirmations. I hope our audience takes something from that and continue your journey of being successful.
Hmm.
Let's go ahead and hop into this weather really quick. Um, Holly Springs, Mississippi, you have a high today of 76, a low of 60, 20% chance of rain. Feels like temperature 75 during the day, 61 at night. Winds out of the south southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night. Mosquito risk is low. Grass pollen is low. Air quality is very good. Let's see, cloudy. You have cloudy skies today, possible stray shower or a thunderstorm. So just take your umbrella and be prepared. It's about a 20% chance. Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, you have a high today of 71, a low of 60 with a 9% chance of rain. Feels like temperature 71 during the day, 62 at night. Winds are out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night. Mosquito risk is low. Grass pollen is low. Air quality is good. It's going to be a cloudy day, a possible stray shower or thunderstorm. Last but not least, Houston.
That's good sleeping weather.
It is. Needs to rain on Thursday. I'm okay with that. Anywho, let's see. Houston, you have a high today of 84, a low of 70, 20% chance of rain. Feels like temperatures 88 during the day, 75 at night. Winds are out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night. Mosquito risk is high. Grass and tree pollen are both low. Ragweed pollen is moderate. Air quality is good. We've got patchy fog this morning, cloudy skies. It's going to be a cloudy day, but it's fine. It's another day above ground versus below. It'll be in the 80s. If it rains, it'll rain for a short period of time. No major fronts coming through the Houston, Mississippi, or let me say Holly Springs, because it may be in the south. Anywho, or Memphis, Tennessee today. So today is going to be a good day. Look, a little overcast, but it's still a good day. And that is your weather for this broadcast
Hey, y'all.
morning. Get out there and play if you can. Play and have fun. Hello to everybody that just joined us on TikTok. Thank you for dropping in. We love to see you. Today, we actually are going to get into mental health, learning disabilities in children. So, any questions that you have, today's a great day to ask. We've got Counselor Nikki as well as Mrs. Jack on. But before we get to the ladies, that is the main event. We're going to talk about some news that you can use. So did y'all hear the news? Oh, come on in, come on in. Texas. You know how y'all tried to redistrict some things?
Hmm.
Y'all know how y'all tried to redistrict and put people out of office and make it hard for brown and black people to vote? Well, federal court bars Texas from using new Republican friendly US House maps in midterms in 2026. Oh,
Hmm.
well, if you look at there.
Roll them, don't hold them.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, I know Hot Wheels and wheels are
Roll them,
spinning
don't
right
hold them. And my girl Shanika's favorite
now.
word
Okay,
about Hot Wheels. I wonder what he do.
right now them wheels are spinning in a circle. He is upset. Burn. Oh, I wish I had some music right now. Burn rubber on me. Y'all.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Caroline, your mother's calling you.
That's what you get. That is exactly what you get. You thought that the rest of the Republicans was gonna be on some craziness along with you and that man with them black hands. Well, they said, no.
So On top of that, which we are excited and ecstatic about that. I heard Congresswoman Mrs. Crockett giving her 2 cents about it. Because
And
God don't like
uh,
ugly, is what she said. My grandmama told me God don't like ugly.
don't
And you
like it.
can't be ugly. And these were Republican, from my understanding, right? These were
Republican
three
judges, yes,
Republican.
3 of them said, "Oh no, we're not going to do
Yeah.
this. We're not
Yeah.
going to do this." Mm-mm.
Hey, well, you know what? I know there's some other things. Like I heard Representative what's her name? With the bald hair or the short haircut here in Texas.
Uh,
Joe, what's her
it's
name?
Joanna Presley.
No, not Joanna Presley. She is bald head, Joanna Presley, but this is the Texas representative.
Yolanda.
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 Jolanda.
Yolanda.
Jolanda. That's why I kept saying Jay. Jolanda. I heard her talking a little bit on Donovan's show, and she was just saying, "Hey, this is why this is a great thing. There is still some, legislation that may affect Texas, with the Voters' Writing Act,
Mm-hmm.
that they may still with the Supreme Court, because this is now, Hot Wheels, roll them, don't hold them.
Well
Is
spoken.
now, I'm gonna appeal this. He's gonna appeal it to the Supreme Court. We all know who
The
who
little
owns who
whitey.
owns the Supreme Court right now. So we just
Mm-hmm.
gotta hope that people who went to school for all those years follow the law.
They should.
Follow
They
the
saw
law.
how the people were. We all came out and voted, and Kamala was in Tennessee today, talking because they have a vote coming up December 2nd.
Hello.
December 2nd. We need Tennessee. We need y'all. You folks in Memphis, we need you guys to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to get out there and vote. They are trying to strip us of everything
Please.
and put us through the ringer. It doesn't matter. White, black, red, purple, green, I do not care. Get out there and vote in numbers that they cannot cheat.
Period, y'all. I just want to say this to the people listening in Tennessee. Listen, just think about it like this. If you are a melanated person, you don't have voting rights. Your rights have to continuously be voted upon. And they could be stripped from you at any time. You at one point was considered 3/5 of a human.
Mm-hmm.
Not that long ago, probably just a little over 45 years. I'm going to say 50 years.
About 55 years.
55 years? Okay, I'm a little 55 years, still not long.
Not long at all. Hell,
We
I'm
didn't
55.
have rights to vote. Because of
No.
our
Okay, so
skin color.
it's 65 because I'm 55.
65. Okay.
Yeah, 65 years. Mm-hmm.
65 years ago, we didn't have rights. Because my mother was 10 years old or 9 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't have rights to vote because of the color of her skin.
Yep.
If you're going to get out here and you're going to, if you can't think of nothing else in the world, you think of that. And you get out there and you cast your vote. Because you earned that.
Your ancestors fought so that you have the right, not privilege. It is your right to be able to live in this world without harm.
Yeah.
Live and be able to control your own destiny. With them in charge, y'all won't even be able to. 40 million people won't be able to eat with them in charge because they had no problem with taking food stamps. So if they have no problem with taking food stamps, what else do they have no problem with taking? Your rights, your life.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to come on, Tennessee, December 2nd.
So we got work to do, y'all.
Yes. And then those midterms, baby, it's time to show up and show out. I want y'all to put on y'all Sunday best and act up. Because we even got the YNs changing their tune. Oh, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But even the YNs, and I love this. Oh, I love a nice, well-dressed young man. That is the epitome of success in my eyes.
Grown.
A well,
Grown.
Yes, even when they're teenagers and they're dressed well because they are representing their households
Mm-hmm.
and their families. Baby, come through, young man. I love it.
Yeah.
Auntie approves. Nana approves. In whatever case, whichever one you want to pick, I approve. But yes, we've got some work to do. We're gonna get it done though. I have no doubt in my mind we're gonna get it done. Just like today they voted. Oh, he's not having a good day at all, y'all.
They passed that bill
they
resoundingly.
they passed it
Resoundingly.
to go to his desk.
Resoundingly.
Yes,
Everybody. When I say the House Republicans 427 to
to
1.
one.
Who's that one? Who y'all
One.
think that
Let's
won?
let's do it. Let's do a vote.
Who y'all think that won?
I
Y'all
think
think
it
it's
was
Jim Jordan?
I do. I think it was Jim Jordan because he's a big
Because you know he got some allegations pending that we ain't forgot
old.
in
People don't
Ohio
forget.
how you did them young men in the
Hmm.
you ignored. You
You
ignored.
ignored and allowed them to
You
suffer.
got problems. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all just nasty.
I know it
Y'all
was Jim Jordan.
care.
He's
It's
been
Jim
in,
Jordan.
I
I know
know it
him.
is.
You
I
know it's
know it
him.
is. He's been in office
Put
all
one
this
in the chat
time.
if y'all think it's Jim Jordan. Come
Y'all
on.
put a one in the chat. Do y'all think it's Jim Jordan? Put a two in the chat if you think it's somebody else. But if you think it's Jim Jordan, put a one in the chat.
Yeah. Throw
He's
one
had
up.
all those years in office, and he has
Uh-huh.
never introduced not one single bill. Talk
And
about a
he
well,
get a paycheck. He ain't did no work, y'all.
none. T. Wiz, who do you think it is if you don't think it's Jim Jordan? Or are you being controversial? If
See,
you
if you
don't
don't think
think
it's Jim Jordan, who you think it is? I think it's Jim.
Hmm.
Lady J don't think it's Jim Jordan. If put it, y'all, you don't think it's Jim
Y'all don't
Jordan?
think it's Jim Jordan? Who do y'all think
Jordan or
it is?
Tuberville? It could be
Hey,
Tuberville.
Uncle Daddy, it could be Tuberville because he's
It
dirty too.
could,
I
cause
didn't think about
he a little. I don't know. He might be in the
Mm-hmm.
file.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, you think it was Mike Johnson,
You
Nikki?
said none. It had to be one, Lady
It
J,
had to be
because
one.
it was the bill passed. It was 427 that said, "Yeah, let's pass the bill," and only one person opposed passing the bill. So we try to figure out who that one person
It
is.
was Clay Higgins. Did they say it was Clay Higgins? Miss Jack?
Now, who is the Clay Higgins?
Who is Clay? Let me look him up. And Clay, what is your issue? Are you in the files?
Yeah, what's going on, Clay?
Somebody check Clay's browser history.
Yeah, we gotta go check him out. Let me look at Clay.
Where is he from? Where does he reign from?
Clay. Because
Uh,
I can
yeah.
tell, look, I can tell by just
Mhm.
looking at you.
I'm looking at him right now.
You can
Yeah, he
tell,
look,
can't you?
I sure can.
You know, that's what Trump said. He can tell.
Yeah, he look a little he looks a little Epstein-ish.
Oh,
Louisiana?
yeah.
Is he from Louisiana? You know what?
First of all, that suit is creepy. Yeah, and that black hat. Yeah.
You know what? He
He
looks
one of them.
Yep, he sure is, sis. I can see it. I
I
can
see
see it.
it. You see that?
Allegedly,
Look over
allegedly,
here looking like
WKRA.
Inspector Gadget.
He does. That bald head. Yeah, you look real sus right about now. Yeah, I want to see the files because Clay,
We
Clay,
checking you, Clay.
if we
Clay, your
find out
name.
your name is in the files, Clay, that is your behind. That is you, babe. I'm going in.
We don't play about kids, y'all. We don't play about children.
No, we don't. And to come to find out that it's just a mess. But did you see some of the survivors talking this morning? They did a press
I
conference.
did.
I love that.
They went after Trump.
They sure did.
Oh, bad.
Should. For what? What you holding back for?
Why are you playing with us?
He didn't
sir?
hold back when he was doing the worst that you can do to a child outside of unaliving a child. So don't hold back. He didn't care. Male and female. If you have any doubts, let me be clear. Little girls and little boys, nasty self, just nasty. paying off parents
Roman
millions of dollars.
kids.
Yeah, we saw that Mac attack, Clay Higgins. Let me find out, Clay, you in the files. I'm gonna talk
I already
so
know.
much.
I don't like his name.
I got a feeling.
Wow, why your mama name you Clay?
Why would your mama name you Clay?
Ugh,
Yeah,
already
you look very
Clay.
Trumpian, Epsteinish. Okay, because why are you voting against releasing it to find out what
No, no hate intended to Clay, Megan's boo. He cool.
Oh, that's Clay Thomas.
Clay
That's
Thomas.
different.
His last name helped him out.
This is Higgins.
Yeah,
in Louisiana. I need to see his browser history, like I said.
We want to know.
Yeah, we do. Inquiring minds would like to know what's going on with you. Does he have children? We need to check on the children. Lord Jesus, somebody go knock on the door. Somebody knock on the door. Make sure the kids are all right, because why are you voting against it? Just. Anywho, let's go ahead and go to break. You are listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Why advertise with Our Plugs, LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion. Perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion. Customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo. Gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms, YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs, LLC. www.ourplugs.com.
This fall, step into style that has bold and beautiful as the season itself. From cozy layers, statement pieces, Morningstar Boutique has everything to meet your needs. Affordable fashion meets everyday elegance. This season, it's your time to shine.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Tumblers for every personality. For the men, smoking trays and cutting boards. For the women, flower jewelry and honeybee coasters. Tic-tac-toe and dominoes. Sneakers, sneakers, sneakers. Sparkle Luxe keychains and trinket trays. Head over to ourplugs.com and receive a special coupon code for $7 off $35.
Welcome to Transformation Training Academy, where your journey to purpose starts here. Do strangers come up to you in public and ask for advice? Do your friends and family flock to you at the first sight of something being wrong? Do you have a passion for helping others? If so, this might be for you. For more information, email us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com or go to ourplugs.com. Applications due November 10th.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We just got through talking about Mr. Clay Higgins, and yet I saw some comments on TikTok saying not all Clays are bad. You are absolutely right. We have
I told him,
you're
right. We just could look at this one and tell he one of the bad seeds. He one of the bad seeds.
Yeah, he most certainly does have something to hide. And the simple fact, I need to find out if this man has children or not, or grandchildren, because he looks older. He looks older than I am, but that means nothing. We look young and they look old.
Yeah, he might be 25.
He might be 25, maybe 30, and he look every bit of 65. Anywho.
Yeah. Let's talk about. Let me talk about this.
Go ahead.
So your boy always think you funny. He think he a comedian. We talking about Rump, the man with the dead hand. That dude that's right now probably on package number 4 of Depends. Probably right now. He going through it. He going through some
things.
So Trump faces criticism for referring to female Bloomberg reporter as Piggy.
How he gonna talk about anybody? Has he seen him? Baby, I know he didn't. I know good.
Do he wake up and look at him? I think he got a trick mirror.
He don't have
he wake up and just Do we think he's sexy?
That
What's
man
going
is delusional. Everybody around him probably holding their breath, don't want to tell him he stank, because you know them diapers be leaking. Look, the man look like he ain't bathed. Look, I
So
know good
let
doggone
me
well he
read a
not
little
trying
bit
to
about
talk.
what he did. This was on his, the reporters are going to ask questions. This is what they do. This is
It's
their
what we
job.
do. We talk.
So, Donald Trump, who has a history of making extremely personal attacks, especially on female journalists,
We know why.
journalists referred to a Bloomberg News correspondent as Piggy during a clash on board Air Force One on Friday. So while the remarks did not initially get much attention, people wind up picking up on it like, wait a minute, did he just call her? What? First of all, he was extremely nasty and rude to this lady. He told her to be quiet. He told her to shush or hush, hush. And he was pointing in her face.
Baby, first of
That's
all,
why that couldn't be me.
First of all, let me tell you, Miss Morningstar, let me tell you something right now. First of all, the first thing I would have said was, who are you talking to?
Girl, that pinky, that little
first of all,
digit would have been broke. Okay, first of all,
I am not Bubba, sir. Don't raise your voice at me. You say that for Bubba. Don't raise your voice at me, boo.
Finger in my face.
Baby, the way they would have drugged me up out of the, and they were in the air.
Smiling on the mugshot.
Yeah, they would have put me in where, if they got a jail on the airplane, they probably strapped me to a chair and told me, you're gonna go to jail. They would have to take my mouth, because I would have roasted.
Who do he think he is? Who do you think? I don't care if they gave you cheated and stole your way to this Oval Office. I don't care. You, sir, have lost your rabid mind. You ain't no way you gonna just talk to anybody. That was gonna be the day I would lose my journalist job.
I'm losing. I will never be hired again.
I'm gonna lose the job.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my job.
I'm gonna smile in that mugshot, because I know the way I will cuss you out.
Cuss. We can't do it on the radio, but baby, let me tell you, I would have talked about his mammy, his bald-headed daddy, them ugly children of his, all of them. Look at your sons. Before you try and talk about anybody, you birthed that. Baby, they would have been mad at me.
The nerve of the ogre.
You got a lot of nerve. Have you smelled you? Let's not even get into the looks of you. Have you smelled you? Baby.
Jake Tapper, I don't even like him. He's that CNC anchor. It's disgusting and completely unacceptable. No, Jake, you're unacceptable. What you said about Joe the Goat. But that's personal, y'all. I'm sorry.
All of these men that set up here and know that this man is grimy, and they have placated and looked over all of this mess. And now, baby, please, now that they see that the American people have voted, and they have voted strongly on the Democratic side, now they want to try and switch it up. Baby, the way they look, Frumpy, you got the right one. Say it to a black woman, I dare you. Say it to a black woman, because Joy and
she gonna give it to him.
Say it to a black woman.
Say it to her.
Because I don't know how that girl just stood there.
And she's an independent reporter right now, Joanne.
We ain't never getting invited to the White House, sis.
Say it to her.
We will never be invited.
Please.
You ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm not. Baby,
it'll be a complete destroy with words.
How are you gonna call anybody piggy, sir? Have you seen you? Anywho, look, Frumpy, don't piss me off now, because you're getting close. You want to go ahead and bring the ladies up? Let's go ahead and get started on learning.
All right, let's get started. That was our
maybe if he had some classes when he was growing up, he wouldn't be so god awful.
He should have got a whooping. He ain't getting
A
no whooping.
whooping.
He
Go
needed a
pick a
whooping.
switch.
You know, we teach our kids to not tease and not be nasty and bullies to others. He was obviously not taught that.
No, and he
was
needs
never
a whooping.
taught that.
He need a whooping then, today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Yep, he sure does.
He need a whooping.
He need a whooping for real.
You know what? I think it's very, 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 very disrespectful. The fact that this came from the president of the United States, and I will continue to say he is the president, but he is not a president because he is not presidential at all. Imagine
a little bit.
Barack Obama talking to a reporter and calling her a pig.
Piggy.
We wouldn't be able to turn the TV off because the breaking news would not stop breaking.
You know how they have the Amber Alerts on your phone?
Yes.
That alert will be going off about Barack Obama. But this nasty diaper wearing, black-handed, Bigfoot, oh Lord.
Slew-footed is what my grandma called people, slew-footed when it's curved.
And Miss Morningstar, you know you went too far when he think he's sexy. You know that man know he ain't sexy. You know you went
he delusional.
Who said he was sexy?
No, I said
he thought he was sexy.
He think he is. The delusion.
Okay.
You are delusional. Have y'all ever seen that movie? What is that movie? Oh my gosh. Somebody in the comments. I'm about to describe the movie. The guy got hit over the head. And so every person he saw, he thought they were like a hot model. But but they were overweight, obese.
Oh yeah.
They looked
Shallow
crazy.
Hal.
Shallow Hal. Yes. He got the shallow Hal syndrome. When he look at himself in the mirror, he think he fine, y'all. He think he fine.
He does not. He know he's not. And I'm sure his wife done told him he's not. He know he's not.
You don't even talk to him, girl, unless money is involved. Okay.
Those are trick mirrors that you see
shallow
at the fair. You know how you go in the fair?
Shallow high.
You know how you go in the fair and you have that mirror like maze and you run through it.
And then make you
run into it
a little bit.
And one of them will show you looking skinny, and one of them will show you looking.
He bought that mirror.
His house got to be filled. The White House got to be full of those. To call somebody a name like that was so disrespectful.
Y'all, they going off in the comments on TikTok.
Busted can of biscuits.
Somebody said
Littlefoot, back attack said Littlefoot starring Donald Trump. Man, please.
Baby, we got so many jokes for him.
We are not in a real, this is a reality show. It feels like the United States is a reality show. We are led by
baloney.
Yeah, it's super embarrassing. It's like
I don't very embarrassing.
You go out the country and people would want to know where you're from. I don't even want to talk because I don't want you to know. I just don't even like. Can I say Canada? Can I say England? Like, where can I say? But I don't think I believe
Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nigeria.
I'm gonna say Nigeria too.
Because at least I know that I am part of Nigeria because of my ancestry. So I'm gonna just go ahead and claim it.
I'm just gonna say Nigeria because I'm not gonna let nobody know.
They're gonna be like, you don't have an accent. Well,
yeah,
I went to school in the States. I went to school in the States, but I'm
colonized. I'm colonized.
I'm ashamed. I really am ashamed right now. Like we can't do anything about it. I think that's the most helpless feeling is we can't fix it ourselves.
Because it's so ghetto here, y'all.
Yeah,
it's ghetto here. We don't.
Who want to trailer park? We're in a trailer park now. That's what it is.
Nobody want to claim this.
Double.
We are.
We're in a double wide.
We're in a
and ain't nothing wrong with being in a trailer park if that's what you live in. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's what the White House is right now.
This one doesn't even have a working toilet. This one is trash, baby. This trailer ain't got no AC.
They got
an outhouse.
They got bed bugs. We don't have an outhouse. We don't have a toilet at all. This is just pathetic.
It's a porta potty up the street.
Yes.
The worst kind.
It is a porta potty.
It's missing walls, so I don't know.
I mean, he every time he gets mad, we voted. He took out the whole East Wing. He was like, "Oh,
They
really?
ain't got no they ain't got no toilet paper.
Ghetto.
They don't got no toothpaste. They
Nothing.
You know how you had your one uncle that think he can fix stuff and just go tear something up first? That's what they did. They tore it up.
And he ain't even paid them people. That's why it's still looking just like that, because they haven't paid the contractors.
He trying to put the White House into
They gonna put a lien on the White House, y'all.
He still owes the state of Minnesota. He still owes us from his campaigning back when he got president the first time. So
he
ain't about paying his bills. He don't pay his bills.
Wait, y'all, hear me out. That contractor, this is real. That contractor can put a lien on the White House.
Oh my!
I do it almost.
Oh my!
Look,
remember giving the White House bad credit, y'all.
Do y'all remember when he left them people stranded at Trump Cellar?
White House.
Remember that?
Got bad.
I remember that.
Yeah,
and it was cold. He bust them folks out there and left them.
Then he paid for the bus to take them out there, but he ain't paid for the bus to bring them back. That old man had to walk 5 miles.
And I bet he still voted for him.
And they probably did.
I can't stand it.
All I know is I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up as soon as I log in tomorrow. I'm gonna look it up because when you have work done on your home and you don't pay them and you have a contractor, that contractor can, I'm gonna look up the laws in Washington, D.C., but that contractor can put a lien on your property, and the White House is gonna have a lien on the White House. Lord, take me now.
Is it his property?
He gonna try to file
on whatever property that you actually
say, I don't live here.
He gonna
say, I don't live here.
It's not tied to him. It's tied to the property.
The project.
Property.
To the project.
Lien on it.
They gonna
file
a chapter 7.
Repo. Bankruptcy. Foreclosure. They could foreclose that joker and start over.
Just put them out. Just put them out.
They might as well move the veterans that's homeless in there. Just go ahead, put everybody in there. Give them a house.
Just too outdone. It just dawned on me.
Give them a house. It's their house. They earned it for real.
It'll smell better. It'll smell better if you put them in there.
Give it to the Patriots, the real Patriots.
Lord have mercy. We got to lean on the White House. All right, y'all. Oh Lord, y'all say a prayer for us all, because we are all of this. We are stuck for now.
I'm literally disgusted.
Midterms, we all vote and we get him impeached and up out of there, and the rest of them demons. Oh, but did y'all hear that they are calling for Pete Hegseth to resign? They sure are.
Who is?
It's turning up at the mic.
I got it. Yeah, it's one of the, and he's a Republican, if I'm not mistaken. Calling for Pete Hegseth.
That boy Pete ain't got no shame, y'all. He fill out that brown liquor.
He don't want to be there no way. He rather be somewhere drinking on the beach. That man don't want to. He ain't want that job.
He ain't got no shame.
That baby
I'm glad you said that, Kitty. I'm glad you said that, Kitty. Because we have this audience right now. I want everybody to realize this. If you never thought that voting mattered, these 9-10 months of disastrous trauma we've been through teaches you that voting actually matters. Do not let it pass you by the next time. Please.
And don't be playing and vote for the other person because you playing. Because look where we at.
Lord,
just not vote, because y'all did it the worst. The people that didn't vote outnumbered the people that did vote per party.
All I know is there is a lien that he can put a lien on the White House. If I worked for him, I promise you I would file it. I promise you I would file that lien.
I'm disgusted.
Be waiting for you know how the check's supposed to clear on the 1st? I'll file it on the 2nd. You know how rent is due by the 3rd? You put the eviction notice by the 4th. I'm waiting. Midnight 01.
Some people, they gonna send some movers to the house and be boxing up stuff.
They're gonna come with the sheriff department.
The sheriff's gonna come.
They're gonna tape it to the front door. They're gonna tape the notice to the front door with a stick.
They can't put it on the east side. There ain't no wall.
It's missing.
Get on out of here. Come on. Come on, Rump. Come on.
Oh, sir, you have destroyed
We having
everything.
so much fun. Let's get into our topic, ladies. Oh my God.
Oh,
Just
God.
envisioning them coming, walking up.
I see it.
Walking up with their papers in their hand. We got to serve you an eviction.
Come on.
Is Donald John Trump here?
Come on out here. Come on, right out here to the front lawn. Put all this.
Okay, y'all.
Move over here.
Okay. We do need to get into the subject tonight so we can go ahead and tell the people. Okay, so our subject today is learning disabilities in children. And yes. I am going to go on mute because I got to get this laugh out because I'm envisioning the sheriff walking up with the papers in his hand trying to serve him. Mrs. Jack or Counselor Nikki, y'all go ahead and take it away. Give me a second.
Let Nikki start because she is the professional, okay?
Okay, so it's Early Childhood Development Awareness Month. So we thought this would be a good topic to have. And so we're talking about, early signs of learning disabilities in children. And I like to call it learning difficulties instead of learning disabilities because it is less stigma attached to difficulties versus disability. Mm-hmm. So that's what I like to call it. And so we're going to kind of just talk about some signs and symptoms that you may see in your child. And usually early childhood development that we're talking about is from 0 to 8 years old. So it's early. And usually we pick up on this stuff right around the school age when they're starting to go into preschool and stuff like that, because, you have to go into that in pre-K because you have to go to that assessment before you start school. So a lot of times people pick up on that, or sometimes their doctor picks up on it to, if they're not meeting certain developmental aspects in their growth, then the doctor might pick up on it. The pediatrician might pick up on it. Ms. Jack, did you want to add something?
I have a question.
Okay.
I don't own any children. So you said you have to go see the doctor before the kids go to school. So is that like they want to go and gauge if they may have learning difficulties to see like what type of class or course of education they can have? Because if you go and you find out, hey, your child may have a difficulty, you can't put them with, I guess, non-difficulty having children. Is that what is the going to see? What's the reason?
So you can, now it's all inclusive. Nobody is put into a different area. Now they have aides and stuff that may sit with the child. They can come up with a plan, like an IEP, to help the child. This is what they're going to need to be successful if you find out before they start school. But it's really just to see where they're at.
What's the IEP?
Oh, an individualized education plan. So you come up with a plan for that child and ways to help that child learn depending on what they're having trouble with. Okay. So like when my child was starting school, she was going to pre-K, I had to take her to the Board of Education. She had to have an assessment. And they just wanted to see what she knew and where she was at with things. And then they kind of, they do that throughout the school year as well. They give them tests throughout the school year to see where they're at, to see if they're learning or if they're stuck or if something's going on. So they continue, well, here they do. They continue to test your child and kind of figure out what's going on with them.
And most schools do that. They test them regularly, often, so that they can see how your child is developing. My grandbaby just took a test and assessment last week, but it's not just your child; it's all the kids in the grade.
Is that like the end of course testing, or
no? It's
just
like
separate.
No, it's like mid. So they had August through October. So they want to see how they're developing with their spelling, their math, their comprehension. So they're just basically testing to see which child is being kind of like no child left behind.
Right. The Republicans did that.
Left behind. He was never picked up. Anyway, they don't want that child to be left behind, so they continue to test them to make sure that they are developing properly. And if they're not, they catch it early versus just letting it out. you know,
And I
just
also know that they do like pre-boarding tests, like kind of give you the pre-test before you enter into school to kind
Right.
of get a feel to where your development level is. You know, because I remember when my daughter was in preschool, they were doing those tests.
yeah.
Right.
And they at that point for her, they were trying to put her up a grade because of her level of intelligence. I did not want her to go up a grade, but I wanted
Right.
her to stay with her age range.
Mm-hmm.
But
My mama
that's
did that.
kind of how they, they started. Am I right,
And they
Nikki?
look at socialization as well. And like,
Okay.
they look at
Yeah.
socialization and they look at, like your math, reading, comprehension scores and stuff like that. And they do it throughout the year. And then if your child is a little bit behind, it doesn't mean they have learning difficulties. It just means maybe they're a little bit behind. Then they'll come up with a plan how to get that child, because they have a certain place they want you to be at the end of the year. So they have a plan to get that child to where they want them to be. But it's the whole, every child, not just your child, not just one child,
Right.
every child.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm getting it better now, because the things that I was
Yeah.
reading, like the stuff I wrote down is like early signs, like preschool, K-4 things, and now it's making sense as far as like the comprehension levels of the kid. Because I went to Head Start. I'm from North Carolina, so we start school at like 4. We can do Head Start and go until we get to kindergarten, and then we go. If I did a test, I probably did. I'm not sure if this was the 70s, so I'm not really sure what kind of testing they had back then. But again, I don't have any children, so I'm not sure what that like level of beginning school and testing kids and stuff like that.
So we do have a couple comments on TikTok, and then we need to go to break right after that. So, Ms. Morningstar, you want to read the comments from? I know Angel had made a comment. You see it? I got it. It says early childhood intervention programs, which funding was cut. So they did. I do remember that they did cut funding for early childhood. It's like they don't want you to eat. They don't want you to grow. They don't want the kids that they have it in for children. We know that. Coach, yeah, no, all children, not just ours. They especially have it in for their own kids. Learning what they're learning.
Some of them need extra schooling.
That's why they were concerned about, like, when this lady came over to the Department of Education
Girl.
with no experience whatsoever. They were going to cut a lot of those programs that were funded through the federal government, because as we know, school is funded through the states, right? But there are certain programs like Nikki mentioned, IEP programs are funded through the federal government. And a lot of kids,
stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of kids were going to be cut from them programs that they need for their success. Like, these children need those development plans.
It's wild what people feel like they can decide the children don't need. You know
what the kids don't need? The kids don't need to be hungry at school. That's what they don't need. I'm sorry.
They really, and doesn't nutrition play a part in a child's ability to focus? You're hungry, you're not focusing.
And I know here in Minnesota, Governor Walz, everybody's upset with him because he's feeding all the babies. The babies every child has lunch. They have free lunch.
Are you serious?
People are upset about that. So
you got to be more specific. What people? White people? Anyway, Coach Nikki said we have the BGAs, and that's the Virginia Growth Assessment. Let's see. T-Wiz said George Bush should be arrested for No Child Left Behind. I agree. Angel said Black and brown children benefited from those programs. They absolutely did. And Coach Nikki said in their development, yes. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We will be right back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that are struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe fashion is more than clothing. It's a statement of self-love, confidence, and authenticity. From our signature beautiful hoodies to our versatile everyday wear, every piece is designed to inspire you to embrace who you truly are. Whether you're at home or on the go, making moves in the world, Lovership Apparel lets you show up boldly and comfortably. Shop the collection today at www.lovershipapparel.com or find us on ourplugs.com. Lovership Apparel, where love meets style.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
Opame Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opame Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Today we are speaking with both Counselor Nikki and Mrs. Jack in regards to learning disabilities in children. We left off reading some comments, and I think I saw one when we were on break. Coach Nikki said they're chopping them down at the root by targeting the kids. Nikki on purpose said, Counselor Nikki said they are cutting programs so they can put what they want in the schools. And I truly, in my heart of hearts, that's what I think is happening. And Mrs. Jack said they want to deter them from school and push them into working jobs. And I have to agree with that 1,000%. Go ahead, ladies.
It's honestly sad.
It is.
But again, what I was saying earlier about kids eating helps them focus. My nieces, when they were young, they lived in Orlando. And I went to visit one time, and they came home and they had a backpack and it had food in it. It was like canned goods. It was on a Friday. And so I'm like, what is this backpack? She was like, the kids get it at school because some of the kids don't get to eat during the weekend. And this was a child telling me this. And the schools did this backpack program because they know how important free school lunch. It's not just about a child getting food that somebody else might not be able to get free because their parents made more. It's about kids, their only opportunity to eat may be in school. So it is very important, and it's just sad that they don't take that into account.
And up until recently here, they had a green paper that they sent home with the kids. They just cut the funding for it, but they had this piece of paper and it had different boxes on it that you could check off that had different things in it. Some might have rice and beans and different things like that. They had different types of foods in them. And if you checked it, they said nobody would say anything and your child would just come home on certain days with food in their bags. So they, if you check what you like or what your household eats, they put it in your child's bag on a Friday and send it home with them. So they said nobody says anything. Nobody knows what's happening. They just go and put it in there and send it home.
We are the richest country. We are the richest country. Does that sound right? Does that match? Like, we shouldn't have to do that. I'm grateful they do that, but that's sad.
Okay, so what are some of the warnings or signs that you can see as a parent if you're looking to see if your child has any type of I don't want to say disabilities either. It may learning challenges. Challenges is better than disabilities. I don't want to.
What I have for preschool or preschool age kids, I guess it will help for the parents too. Pronouncing words, problems with pronouncing words, difficulty finding the right words for things, saying cup instead of spoon, or changing the words. Trouble learning like numbers, alphabets, concentrating, things like that.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah. So I have for preschool, like in different areas. So you have language delays is one of them, because there's different type of learning difficulties. So one that affects language would be difficulty understanding or using spoken language, a limited vocabulary or trouble forming sentences. For fine motor skills, like how you write and how you hold pens and stuff, that's another challenge. Awkward grip on crayons, trouble with scissors, or avoiding drawing or coloring because it gives them issues. Social play difficulties. So there's limited peer interaction. They have a hard time pretending. They don't like to be in a group or play with kids in a group. They might be off playing to themselves. Or cognitive signs, trouble with rhyming, basic counting, or following multi-step directions. Because by 5, you should be able to say more than one thing to a child, and they should be able to follow the direction. So if there's a problem with that, that would show that there's some cognitive issues. And some of this stuff too, you might start to see before that, like your pediatrician, they have a whole bunch of skills and stuff you're supposed to do by certain ages as well, like your developmental skills and stuff. So sometimes if you see that stuff and you're talking to your pediatrician, because they do tests too in the doctor's offices. Like I remember asking they'll ask her little questions about colors or shapes. They'll ask her, about reading. They'll give her little books and they'll do stuff with her while we're there, and they have you fill out like a page that you check off if they're having trouble with any other things. So they're looking at that stuff too.
And then one of the most obvious signs is nonverbal, just not speaking yet at 4 or 5 or what have you, not forming any kind of words, different levels of that. Because the amount of speaking, like she was saying, that they should be doing. A 4-year-old, when my nephew was 4, we were like, oh my God, he has not stopped talking. He has not stopped asking me questions. So if you have a 4-year-old that is not speaking, then that's a sign too.
I will say this. I agree with everything you're saying, but let me tell you, when you have a 7-year-old that won't stop speaking, then what? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It's facts. I think too that it's important for parents, us as parents, to be our early detection doctors, the early detection doctors, because we know our children best, and you can pick up on those things. You can pick up on, just playing with blocks or playing with flashcards at home. You can tell who is developing or who's picking up. If you have multiple children, you can see, where it may lie. And the early detection, like anything, is probably the best detection, because some things are able to be corrected. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to get those labels pinned on their back. It could be early detection and building those IEPs or whatever they need in order to help them catch up, or to learn the correct way, or build them to talking or whatnot.
Absolutely. You don't want to let it go unchecked.
Right. And I have 2 things to say that too, Ms. Morningstar. That is totally true. One is the other thing that you have to be aware of too is that depending on the household, the child is only going to learn to the level of the parent in the household. So sometimes it may look like some of this, but it may just be that they're in a household until they go to school with someone whose education is kind of low. So you may see things that don't quite add up, but you can only learn as much as the person who, the education in the household. So that's one thing to be aware of. And the other part is too, as parents, we get sensitive about our babies, right? And a lot of times parents don't want to see the signs. They see them, but they say, oh, they're just doing this or that. Oh, they'll grow out of that. Oh, they'll stop, because they feel like their child's going to be labeled. But it's not about labeling a child. It's about helping them, getting them what they need. And in order for them to get to what they need, you have to be real about what's happening. So it's about calling it out and naming it and not labeling.
I saw that with someone who was in denial that their child may have had a level of autism. Everybody was telling her, you may need to, she was like, no, my baby's fine. He was not speaking yet. And so, it gets to the point where, okay, at some point you have to let somebody else step in and let them help them,
And
because
assist.
it gets to a point where you have to help them because they have to learn how to function. This is the most productive years of learning for a child. They're supposed to be learning everything because they're new to the world. So you're hindering them at a point if you delay trying to get them the right help and to the right specialist that can help them.
Absolutely. So I know that we touched on recognizing. So what do you do when you are when your child has been recognized? What would you suggest that parents do in order to help their children?
As far as
The
what?
first,
Well,
Mhm.
say you've been diagnosed with having this, what is it, dyslexia? Yes, dyslexia.
Mm.
What would you do to what would you tell a parent who's dealing with their child like that, with the child that's dealing with that issue?
I would say,
Stump
first of
y'all?
all, go ahead.
I said, did I stump y'all?
No, I was going to let her do it because I just didn't hear you. That's why I said, what did you say? But I know
Oh,
she
I'm
was going
sorry.
to answer.
Go ahead.
So with this dyslexia, it has issues with reading and writing. And so, so with that, I would say you would talk to the school, talk to your pediatrician, talk to people about programming, right? First is accepting that something's going on and asking for help. And once you accept it that something's wrong, you're asking for help, they're going to specialize once they're given the diagnosis officially, then they can specialize what they need to that diagnosis. So they could have some one-on-one help in the classroom. And that's where the IEPs and stuff like that come in at, making that plan for, okay, we have this diagnosis, here's what we got to do.
So I have a
And so,
question.
go ahead.
With teachers, I know teachers and specialists, are they learning different courses of action as far as like when you have to go get assistance, when you find out that they have been diagnosed with something or you're seeing that they have difficulties? Is that somebody other than your teacher? Because
That
they
helps
have
you?
the teachers, huh?
Somebody other than your teacher that helps you?
Right. Like y'all are saying outsource it to tell your pediatrician. Go ahead, Tam. Because I don't know.
You're on mute.
Muted.
I was gonna say, just because I know some people who had like their child was behind because they had cancer as a child when they were 4. So they were out, they missed a lot of the beginning of school. So once they did get back in school, they were behind. So they had to put them on an IEP plan. But there were teachers that are within the school that specialize in those type of
Right.
learning programs. I'm not
That
gonna
was
say
my
disability.
question.
We're gonna try to stay away from disability.
Challenges.
The programs that help those children, and it's a lot of kids that, and they, like Nikki said earlier, they sit in a regular classroom. Now they may be in a different wing of the building, but they sit with the population of other children, and they all have a particular plan that they learn at. And there are specialized, and there's normally more than one teacher in the room.
Right. They have aides
To help.
now that sit in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
So
everybody's
easy to do.
together. So they have aides that are in there with them if they need. Some
Mhm.
people have one-on-one aides that'll be in their IEP. And their IEP, the teacher is the one who executes it. And they have a meeting with the parent. They have whatever specialist they need. So like if they had issues with their fine motor skills, they may bring in an occupational therapist that can help them with their fine motor skills. So they'll have everybody who is going to help the child in the room with the parent coming up with a plan. And then the teacher executes the plan. So the child might be in there and teacher gives them certain work, or the child might be taking out a couple, 1 hour a day and working on something, math or something, depending on what the problem is. It's specialized to that issue.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I
that's
did not know that.
in just about every classroom. It's set up like that. So think about when we went to school. When we went to school, it's completely different now. When we went to school, we all went, it was general population, but then we had other kids with challenges that went to different classrooms.
Right.
They actually, when I was going to school, they didn't, they kept us separate from
Us too.
elementary as well as middle school. Then when we got to high school, some still remained separate. But now, watching my kids and my grandson, everyone's in the same classroom, and I'm a hands-on grandma. So I actually go and sit in the classroom as well and pay attention to what my grandsons are learning and paying attention to make sure he's staying on track. Well, it's like breakout sessions, and the kids, they test the kids to see what level you're on, so the kids aren't mixed, and you have one person that's advanced and this one who's struggling. They're keeping them together so they can learn and put more focus on those kids who may need some additional help. The other kids are with another set of instructors, and so they keep separate in that arena, as far as learning. But they're all in the same classroom. And in my opinion, that works better because they're all learning to accept each other instead of picking at each other. My grandson has an older brother who is autistic and he's nonverbal. Well, the kids, they deal with these kids in school, in their classrooms as well. And when they're in their classrooms, you can tell that it's completely different from when I was going to school because we had so many bullies. And for you being different, you were going to get picked on. Now I hear, the younger generation saying, "Oh, we have to be really nice. We have to treat him with kindness or her with kindness because they understand." And they'll tell adults in a heartbeat, "Hey, he's nonverbal." That is the beautiful thing about it.
It is for children. Because it seems like it helps boost the kids' self-esteem. Because when you're already dealing with a challenge, you may feel different than the other kids. But when you build that loving and caring environment where another child will say, "Hey, whoa, don't mistreat him or her."
You're not going to do it.
Let me ask this, Nikki. I'm gonna ask this to Nikki. I don't know, maybe or somebody else can answer. Are they doing that based on the severity of the learning pattern? Because I know in some case, each case is case by case. Like some kids have to be in another setting, versus a setting where they're in a regular classroom and they can't learn at the same pace as the rest of the class, which is fine because everybody has their own learning. But is it all depending on the nature of what their learning pattern is basically what I'm thinking.
Here it's not. Everybody's in the same classroom no matter what. It's more about integration now, where it used to be to take them out and keep them separate. But now they have aides. And some of them who are more severe will have a one-on-one person that stays with them all day. And sometimes they go out to other places and they'll take, they'll leave the classroom for a minute and go somewhere else. But they spend most of their day in the same classroom, regardless.
Okay. I like that.
Here as well.
I like that. Well, you know what? I didn't know that was like that here because from my understanding, my friend who has a child who's here in Texas, her, like I said, her daughter had cancer at an early age. So she is behind, even though she's a senior in high school now, she's still probably as far as her reading levels are below, but they are at her pace because of her plan. So that's why she's still able to move along in her grades. However they do it. But I just want to say, I don't know if that they had her and other kids that were, on different programs, like all in the same room. They all were, but I knew that they would still congregate with the other kids, like far as going to lunch and doing, different activities and stuff like that. So that's why I said, is it on a case-to-case basis?
Each one of them it is case by case. They're not, when you go to do the IEP, they put you on a program. However, that your child is on that program. IEP. Your child is on that program. However, that child is still going to they have a homeroom. They
Right.
Yeah.
have a homeroom, and that child may go to a different class for development, may go
Okay.
out, but
Right.
Oh.
and that they go to lunch together, they go to gym together. But when it comes to math and English and science, they're going to break them out so that that child is getting the development that they need. That's
Yeah.
how it is in the
I
district
think
I'm in.
I was gonna say I think it depends on your district, because I know here like they'll go out sometimes, like they may say, okay, you're having trouble in math, for an hour we'll take you out, but the rest of the time you're in here. Or like even if they have trouble with reading, they may have a small group in the back that are working on something different than the rest of the class to help
Yep.
them catch up. So
Yeah.
it just depends on the classroom and how creative they are and what they're doing. With the budget cuts now, they have to be a little bit more creative than they may not have access to all the people they need right away. So they have to
Right.
come up with some things they can do. But for the most part, everybody's together.
Yeah.
I was
like
going to
that
say that
idea.
might have been one of the reasons why they moved that teacher from not doing it just one per class, 1 or 2 students in one separate class, because they may have been short teachers as well. So bringing them into the class
That
would
that
help
should be
them,
one of the biggest
you know.
reasons. Yeah.
I love it though.
I
Me
do
I
too. I
too.
think
really
it's a
love it
great way
because
to
I think, like y'all were all saying, that gives that awards a child the opportunity to feel some type of normalcy.
Yeah.
And it's just like you never know that just because they have some sort of learning curve does not limit their intelligence or
absolutely.
so why limitate them? And I love that.
I
And it
do.
teaches the kids and other kids compassion at an early age.
Yes.
And to have
Mhm.
empathy,
Teach
it's
them not
like
to be
I
perfect.
remember when my child started pre-K. She was in pre-K, and one of the little girls in her class had a learning difficulty, and the rest of the kids didn't know how to play with her, didn't understand her. And the teacher told me that my child helped them learn how to play with her. She was the only one for a while that went and got her and brought her and included her and stuff. And she said by the end of the year, all the other kids were understanding how to play with her now, and they knew how to,
I
be a
love
part of
that.
things. So it teaches them.
I love
I
that.
would be an emotional doggone teacher. I promise y'all.
You would.
I saw a
You are an
video. I
emotional
saw a
man.
video on TikTok of a little boy, and I think he had autism, and he couldn't feed himself, and there was a little girl sitting right beside him, and she would feed herself, and then she would take his spoon, put the food on it, hand it to him, and he would. Baby, when I tell you I was bawling,
Yes, you are an emotional gangster.
I am an empath.
We
You be
know.
hugging all the
said-
babies every day.
That's how we know that empathy and how a child behaves when that ugly behavior happens. We know it's taught because
Mhm.
kids don't just they
Mhm.
don't just come here and are unempathetic. They are taught to be.
Yeah.
If you don't show them compassion, if you don't teach them those things, if you don't show it yourself,
Mhm.
because they're looking at everything you do, then yeah.
Even
Absolutely.
if you do the opposite of what you tell them, they are watching that too. Well, mommy, that ain't what you do.
That's
Right.
not
Tell
what
me
you
to be
do.
nice, and you cussed out Miss Shirley. So I'm
Yes.
need you to match your actions. 'Cause
Okay, you cussed out Miss Shirley. You told me I got to be nice to people. Angel did make a very good point. She said poor districts may not have the resources, and you are absolutely correct.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
They probably don't have the resources, but that is when parents need to step up and say, how, as a teacher, sit down with the teacher and say, how can I assist my child at home? Because
And they still have to do an IEP
Yes.
if they have a diagnosis. They still have to do an IEP of some sort, and they may not
Mhm.
have all the extra stuff. But that's why I said that creativity has to get in there sometimes. But you build a community. You build a community around you of
Yeah.
people who understand what you're going through, of therapists, with your pediatrician, a group of parents who understand. Go do some play dates in the park. You got to build that community so you have an outlet and you feel like you're being heard and helped and your child's getting what they need. So if the school can't provide you all these little other things, you have an outlet to get that from other places.
Hence,
Absolutely.
that's why I feel like today and this right now, y'all, we need community the most because of what the federal government has done to depreciate those funds, which is going to actually affect the urban schools the most as
Everything
with
does.
those programs, you know, and that's Angel made a excellent point because those children, and they knew purposely what they were doing. Those children will suffer the most because they don't have the up-to-date technology, they don't have the up-to-date books. And, you know,
Funding.
it's definitely going to be on the community to come together to help these children achieve excellence.
You
The
know,
sad part about it.
I was just gonna say really quick because we're about to end the show, but Pastelis made a comment on TikTok. He said there are a lot of school districts in New Jersey, poor in middle school, without special needs. They don't have those, but that's when we, like Miss Morningstar said, that's when the community must come together, just like we do food drives and coat drives. We also need to do book drives. You got to think about it.
School supplies.
School supplies, we do that. Most communities do have school supplies, but I'm talking about book drives. Instead of giving your kids all these electronics that they're going to put down and play with for a few days, or a doll or whatever, incorporate some learning material to help your kids go that extra mile. Get your kids, help your kids fall in love with reading. If you can read, you can do anything you want to do. And that's what I tell my kids and my grands all the time. If you know how to read, there's nothing that can stop you, as long as you know how to read and comprehend it. So it's just a thought. You know, the holidays are coming up.
It's true.
Let's get some reading and some school material in there along with the gifts.
And can I put a plug out there for our plug? If we have any educators that are listening, we need you to join our plugs. We need you to become part of the community because we need programs where kids can reach out. You know, if they cut those programs where kids have the opportunity to reach specialists who are tutors who can help them with their, you know, with their reading or their writing or comprehension.
Virtually.
Yes.
All of that. We need educators to be part of the community. We need more than one educator. We need thousands of educators because
really do.
We already see what has been destroyed within the government and how these children are going to be affected inadvertently. So it's important that you join a community, whether it be our plugs community or any community. We prefer our plugs. But, you know, go to ourplugs.com and join if you are an educator and promote your business of what you're doing for kids because we need that. We beg of that of anybody who can come in and help these babies. Seriously.
Absolutely.
I mean that from the heart.
And unfortunately, this administration sees children with learning difficulties as a lost cause. They don't think that they can be helped. They don't think that they can learn. They don't think that they're going to put anything into our society. So they cut all the funding and they don't want to help them. So, you know, it is up to us. And so parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents, people who are laying eyes on these babies, you know, first, make sure that if you see anything, if you have questions, if something doesn't look right, you know the child, talk to the pediatrician, you know, talk to a teacher, talk to a therapist, talk to someone and say, hey, is this right? Because I don't, you know, it's coming off as something's going on, and get the early detection so they can get what they need.
Right.
There's no shame in it.
So ladies, of course, we're going to have to pick this up next week because we're at the end of the show. Are we on next week? Yeah, you guys are going to, we do have next week.
Yes, not Thanksgiving.
No, it's not Thanksgiving yet. So you guys tune back in next week. We will pick this up. Hopefully we can have more conversations on what can we do as a community to help those who don't have these resources. That is really, you know, Miss Morningstar, I'm really glad you said that. Any last words before we end? Let's start with you, Miss Jack.
Ask your little kids, your small children, if anything in the schools are confusing them, because confusing is a word they may understand.
Absolutely. Thank you, honey. And thank you for all of your comments and your knowledge. Mrs. Counselor Nikki, what you got for us, honey?
Your child is not being labeled. They're not being looked down on. It's no shame or no stigma attached to getting your baby some help if they're having some difficulties.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You guys, your expertise and your knowledge is so needed, and we welcome you. Thank you so much for bringing this to our Plugs of Community Connection, because we are about community and helping our community. Miss Morningstar, as always, can you take us home, honey?
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us this morning and this evening. We thoroughly appreciate having you here in Memphis, Tennessee, and Holly Springs, Mississippi. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have leaders. We have our leaders, our fellas. I'll be in the building, so make sure y'all tune in. Thank you, TikTok. I see y'all over there. Y'all was active today. We appreciate y'all. And thank you, YouTube Live. You guys were active as well. We will be back. And look, work hard in silence and let your success make noise.
Oh, I love that.
Today.
I love that. We'll be back tomorrow talking about why we went from YNs to young men. Young men. The bringing it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Y'all better tune in.
Hey, y'all. It's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.